I eat an apple after my father sleeps. I eat an apple after my father sleeps. Am I not staying? Am I not staying? Do you like football? Do you like football? Who do you live with? Who do you live with? They said they liked the concert very much. They said they liked the concert very much. Tony, I created a ticket for the Jira Scrum board clearance. Tony, I created a ticket for the Jira Scrum board clearance. How do you say it in English? How do you say it in English? If I had enough money, I would buy a new car. If I had enough money, I would buy a new car. The extra fit and fair guy is my favorite extra. The extra fit and fair guy is my favorite extra. Hour. He didn't answer at dawn. He didn't answer at dawn. One of my friends is named Tony. One of my friends is named Tony. The weather is fine today. The weather is fine today. They watched a movie last night. They watched a movie last night. He could be a truck driver for 2 weeks. He could be a truck driver for 2 weeks. Had attended. Had attended. The sun rises early in the morning. The sun rises early in the morning. Did they not exercise? Did they not exercise? What is your dream? What is your dream? Whose hat is on the shelf? Whose hat is on the shelf? We'll finish this book and write a review after that. We'll finish this book and write a review after that. Her husband is a shop assistant. Her husband is a shop assistant. This time tomorrow I will be studying for my exam. This time tomorrow I will be studying for my exam. He has written 5 books so far. He has written 5 books so far. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Can he answer at sunset? Can he answer at sunset? They go on vacation during the winter holidays. They go on vacation during the winter holidays. Next year we will be married for 10 years. Next year we will be married for 10 years. Noon planned. Noon planned. Can't they play games every month? Can't they play games every month? Did we expect something else? Did we expect something else? Before starting this project, we need to plan our strategy. Before starting this project, we need to plan our strategy. There is no water in the bottle. There is no water in the bottle. Hi Curtis, do you have any update regarding our issue? Hi Curtis, do you have any update regarding our issue? He wrote an opinion piece on the impact of social media on relationships. He wrote an opinion piece on the impact of social media on relationships. What a beautiful garden. What a beautiful garden. I have 2 sons and my eldest son's name is Tommy. This car is his. I have 2 sons and my eldest son's name is Tommy. This car is his. We need a script. We need a script. Please don't joke with me. Please don't joke with me. Is their grandmother a farmer? Is their grandmother a farmer? Whose garden are we in? Whose garden are we in? They saw a herd of cows in the field. They saw a herd of cows in the field. I understand your concern. I understand your concern. Is her neighbor a choreographer? Is her neighbor a choreographer? The bus was so full that I had to stand. The bus was so full that I had to stand. This is my passport. This is my passport. I have to fast for medical tests. I have to fast for medical tests. He wishes he had learned to play the piano when he was younger. He wishes he had learned to play the piano when he was younger. You may not be able to suppress it at noon. You may not be able to suppress it at noon. We watched a live concert. We watched a live concert. Could you please remind me to buy bread tomorrow? Could you please remind me to buy bread tomorrow? I wish he had bought that car when it was on sale. I wish he had bought that car when it was on sale. He will live in 2 weeks. He will live in 2 weeks. They shouldn't be juggling often. They shouldn't be juggling often. Would he do a bi-weekly athlete? Would he do a bi-weekly athlete? Can it burn? Can it burn? You were not a sign. You were not a sign. He is considering changing his job. He is considering changing his job. He reminded himself to go grocery shopping. He reminded himself to go grocery shopping. The rain is drizzling. The rain is drizzling. He planted flowers in the garden. He planted flowers in the garden. Can be selected normally. Can be selected normally. Are there mother-in-law's beekeepers? Are there mother-in-law's beekeepers? I know a lot. I know a lot. I have a lot of peace. I have a lot of peace. They can analyze immediately. They can analyze immediately. These are difficult riddles. These are difficult riddles. Is your mother an astronaut? Is your mother an astronaut? Was her daughter an illusionist? Was her daughter an illusionist? He was playing chess with his friend in the park. He was playing chess with his friend in the park. Maybe you should go home and clean up. Maybe you should go home and clean up. I could work. I could work. My bag is heavier than yours. My bag is heavier than yours. They said we've been waiting for an hour. They said we've been waiting for an hour. Should not respond every week. Should not respond every week. We will not improve on a weekly basis. We will not improve on a weekly basis. I feel a little sick. I feel a little sick. Can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Didn't you wake up after? Didn't you wake up after? I understand. I understand. I was going to the market. I was going to the market. Have you ever tried surfing? Have you ever tried surfing? What is your favorite type of weather? What is your favorite type of weather? We had dinner and watched a movie after that. We had dinner and watched a movie after that. Anxiety. Anxiety. Winter is colder than summer. Winter is colder than summer. Where can I find chips and snacks? Where can I find chips and snacks? The team is working hard for the next match. The team is working hard for the next match. Do they rarely get points? Do they rarely get points? Can't they be nurses later? Can't they be nurses later? Despite the difficulties, they were determined to succeed. Despite the difficulties, they were determined to succeed. How do you say this? How do you say this? Doesn't it fit every month? Doesn't it fit every month? Had not been created before. Had not been created before. These are popular bestsellers. These are popular bestsellers. Do you have to hate? Do you have to hate? The baby cried all night. The baby cried all night. I can't close at noon. I can't close at noon. Despite criticism, he continued to pursue his passion for music. Despite criticism, he continued to pursue his passion for music. Concert Saturday night. Concert Saturday night. His brother-in-law was an assistant. His brother-in-law was an assistant. You are inside Isabel's house. You are inside Isabel's house. The fireworks display was magnificent. The fireworks display was magnificent. I was confused. I was sorry. I was confused. I was sorry. I like landscape paintings. I like landscape paintings. Wouldn't he be a playwright at sunset? Wouldn't he be a playwright at sunset? My favorite band is playing tonight. My favorite band is playing tonight. May not be a monthly governor. May not be a monthly governor. This is urgent. This is urgent. Our neighbor is the sheriff. Our neighbor is the sheriff. After 2 seconds, wouldn't I be suspicious? After 2 seconds, wouldn't I be suspicious? Were their wives shoemakers? Were their wives shoemakers? When we got to the arena, the concert had already started. When we got to the arena, the concert had already started. Can I never be a consultant? Can I never be a consultant? She had her hair done by a professional hairdresser. She had her hair done by a professional hairdresser. We could compare. We could compare. Should you approach often? Should you approach often? They eat together every evening. They eat together every evening. What do you think? What do you say before you leave here? What do you think? What do you say before you leave here? This is a fascinating story. This is a fascinating story. Related to. Related to. Do you have any? Do you have any? This is her favorite movie. This is her favorite movie. We won't know the truth until we investigate. We won't know the truth until we investigate. They appreciate your help and support. They appreciate your help and support. Likes to travel. Likes to travel. They walked to the park and played basketball. They walked to the park and played basketball. Let me know if you need a bathroom break. Let me know if you need a bathroom break. It is a wonderful rice dish. It is a wonderful rice dish. Do they change at 5 p.m.? Do they change at 5 p.m.? She is taking a walk in the park during her lunch break. She is taking a walk in the park during her lunch break. Your brother is a businessman. Your brother is a businessman. We don't know which user came. We don't know which user came. Ahead. Ahead. I think we should learn what they mean and try to apply them. I think we should learn what they mean and try to apply them. To put. To put. I shouldn't have been arrested earlier. I shouldn't have been arrested earlier. He lost a lot of blood during the accident. He lost a lot of blood during the accident. Your father was a bricklayer. Your father was a bricklayer. Common rituals. Common rituals. After completing this task, we can move on to the next one. After completing this task, we can move on to the next one. I will go to bed at midnight. I will go to bed at midnight. Have you watched the new Marvel movie? Have you watched the new Marvel movie? They are hiking in the mountains. They are hiking in the mountains. He fixed the car all day yesterday. He fixed the car all day yesterday. I rarely drink soda. I rarely drink soda. We often visit museums when we travel. We often visit museums when we travel. Is our stepbrother the interviewer? Is our stepbrother the interviewer? Where are you from? Where are you from? I don't notice anything special about the example. I don't notice anything special about the example. You tricked me. You tricked me. You prefer the blue one. You prefer the blue one. What is your favorite type of weather? What is your favorite type of weather? These are my favorite paintings. These are my favorite paintings. The lawyer was late, so I took charge of the meeting. The lawyer was late, so I took charge of the meeting. Could not appear. Could not appear. She is a teacher and enjoys working with children. She is a teacher and enjoys working with children. How much is this? How much is this? Should they borrow every week? Should they borrow every week? Later they will play football in the park. Later they will play football in the park. They like to camp in the mountains. They like to camp in the mountains. I will help you with your project, provided you ask nicely. I will help you with your project, provided you ask nicely. I will, but only for a month or two. I will, but only for a month or two. Is aware of this. Is aware of this. Not installer after one night? Not installer after one night? You don't kill after 2 nights. You don't kill after 2 nights. There was no time. There was no time. If I had more money, I would buy a new car. If I had more money, I would buy a new car. If I won the lottery, I would buy a big house. If I won the lottery, I would buy a big house. He should have returned the book in time. He should have returned the book in time. He was dragged out of the car. He was dragged out of the car. Please speak, I can't hear you. Please speak, I can't hear you. He enjoys playing video games in his spare time. He enjoys playing video games in his spare time. The movie starts at sunset. The movie starts at sunset. Grandchildren combine. Grandchildren combine. Were you studying for the exam? Were you studying for the exam? We will not make a decision without discussing it. We will not make a decision without discussing it. You shouldn't make fun of others. You shouldn't make fun of others. Just wait outside. Just wait outside. Is his half-brother a notary? Is his half-brother a notary? I try to avoid processed foods in my diet. I try to avoid processed foods in my diet. He never forgets his anniversary. He never forgets his anniversary. Manufacturing is the process of making a product. Manufacturing is the process of making a product. Let's go jogging in the morning. Let's go jogging in the morning. It does not undertake 1 week later. It does not undertake 1 week later. Was my grandson a window cleaner? Was my grandson a window cleaner? I'm not sure I can help you with this. I'm not sure I can help you with this. I thought you'd be happy to see me. I thought you'd be happy to see me. I wish he had traveled more when he was younger. I wish he had traveled more when he was younger. Can choose. Can choose. Throughout the movie, I couldn't help but think about what to eat for dinner. Throughout the movie, I couldn't help but think about what to eat for dinner. He goes to the library to study. He goes to the library to study. Can you lend me a pen? Can you lend me a pen? May not feel it occasionally. May not feel it occasionally. Do you sell fresh herbs? Do you sell fresh herbs? Was I ruling at night? Was I ruling at night? Do not hesitate to contact us if you have any questions. Do not hesitate to contact us if you have any questions. His mother consoled the boy who was seen crying in the park. His mother consoled the boy who was seen crying in the park. We would say, it's hot outside. It's hot outside.